Honorable members, as I said, the House is resolved into the Committee of the whole House. The committee stage now begins. Honorable members, earlier on, if you remember, just to refresh our minds, we had agreed that we were to finish this bill, criminal offences bill. We are at 4 o'clock. It looks like so many members are telling me, do you think we can finish this? I said that's what we agreed originally. Huh? Yeah, I mean, we agreed. We did not put it to a vote yet. But we discussed and agreed that we will stay to finish until we asked. And somebody said, let's wait until at the 5:30 when we move the motion. And that we have not done. So when we move the motion, it can be changed to what suits it. But of course, we have agreed that until I asked the office of the clerk to prepare something for us. Yes, so I don't think we can deny that. I know most members saw me and told me, Speaker, we cannot finish this. And I myself, I said to myself, at the pace, we will be here until tomorrow by this time. Now, I was also trying to consult with the AG to get his viewpoints as to the urgency of the bill, which has been with us for long. But it's agreed that at the pace we are going to compromise a lot of things to stay to finish it. He said he also believes that we can leave it to another time so that we can do justice for it. Because already they have the criminal offences bill, which is there already, they are using it. This one is just, yeah, this is. You know, Honorable Member Platikunda, your problem is when you talk, people listen, but you don't listen to people. Listen, have the patience. No, I'm talking, you are talking. That's not listening. What we mean by listening is what others are doing, listening. When I'm ready, they take up. Eh? So I'm just preparing your minds. But this is what has happened. I don't think we need to belabor on it. When the time comes, we will debate on it. Yes, Honorable?
Very much. Yeah. So now, that means we'll continue wherever until 6 we close.
Oh, we have not yet determined. Okay. You know, we agreed that it's just ordinary discussions. Okay. That let's try and we will try to finish it up. But as we went through it, we have seen it looks like it's not going to be likely for us to do it. So when the time comes for us to move the motion, which will be at 5:30 about, you can move the motion for us to finish it. You can move the motion for us to take up to 6. You can move the motion for us to go up to 8 o'clock. Whatever motions you move, that's what will determine how long we are going to be here. Huh? All right. So we now continue.
Part 18, nuisance and offences against health and conveniences. Clause 137, common nuisance.
It is proposed that clause 137, common nuisance.
Yes.
They said they have something against it.
Yes, they have.
Yes,
yes, yeah, common nuisance. Instead of clause 137, 1, the punishment proposed to be amended to read to a fine of $20,000 and community service instead of a jail term. Instead of a jail term, we are proposing a fine and community service. Yes. Also,
can you read 137 that you are proposing? Quickly.
A person who does an act not authorized by law or omits to discharge a legal duty and therefore causes any common injury or danger or annoyance or obstructs or causes inconvenience to the public in the exercise of common rights, commits the misdemeanor termed a common nuisance and is liable to imprisonment for 1 year.
And you are now saying
fine and community service instead of imprisonment.
a fine of what?
A fine of $20,000.
You will send most people to jail. 20,000, 1 year. You will send most people to jail. Some people 1 year, they don't hold 10,000. Huh? So the suggestion is, instead of a prison term, it's a fine of not more than 20,000 and community service, or community service, or and community service. Yes, Honorable Member for Kansala.
Yes, I'm not in agreement with the fine, neither the community, because I believe conviction will be more suitable. If you look at the cognizant nature of our environment, what community service would the person do? What defined, definited community service is anchored in this? Like what? So these are new things that I think, if it is going to at least feature community service, on what regard? What are the measures or yardstick that would that particular person do the community service? Because if you say community service, what does it express? So I believe let's limit it to a jail term.
No, community service do prevail, and the magistrate or judge will determine which communities. There are a lot of ways of giving people community service, and that they are thinking also that don't send everybody to jail or for all the crime. That's why jails get pulled up. It's a means of, it's a deterrent. Tell somebody who has committed this, it's a misdemeanor, you fine him an amount of money, and if you think it's not enough, you send him some service to the community. So I think that is what modern trends do, in fact.
Yeah, does it?
There are people decongesting their prisons as we speak now.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. But I'm just saying here is the community service, is it left to the discretion of the lawyer to determine what service, or do we put it part of subsections to determine what community service does it mean?
Assignment, depending on how he sees the gravity of the crime you have committed. So, are we in agreement that instead of a custodial sentence, we have a fine and then or community service? Am I right? So, take note. A fine of not more than 20,000? I didn't say?
Just that a little bit, because 20,000 seems to be
on the high.
20,000 seems to be on the high side. If we can just, if I may suggest 5,000. 20,000 is.
Now, the whole thing is not more than 20,000. Depending on the severity, it can be 20, it can be 18, it can be 10, it can be 5. But let's always remember, when we say 20,000, some of us will say, that's no money. For some people, 1 year, they have not even seen 5,000. You have to remember that, and you are making laws for the people. So, we are now changing it common nuisance, and it's liable on conviction to imprisonment, on conviction to a fine of not more than 20,000 Pardon? Yes, it should have on conviction. Am I right? Yeah, it's liable on conviction to a fine of not more than $20,000. and or community service. If it is a very minor crime, it can just be a fine. Can you take your mic?
Sometimes somebody will take their window frame and put it in the gutter in the night. That is obstructing. They will have community service, clean it, and then pay 20,000. It's an. Let us not put it all.
To return. Depending on the severity, you can be fined 20,000 or 15,000. At the same time, you are asked to go and do community service. Depending on this level of it also, you can only be fined without a community service. That's what we are saying. Because it depends on the gravity of the situation. Yes. So that's why I said and or this.
Community service, or do we just say community service? It's a period of community service, because it's not just one day before people think that you are just going to be taking one day to do work and then you are free. A period of community service, the judge, the magistrate or judge will determine the period. Yeah.
On conviction, to a fine of not more than $20,000. Huh? 20,000 or community service. Community service. Or both. Huh? Not an or now. We are saying to a fine of not more than 20,000. Huh? Or community service. And community service, am I right? Or community service, or both. Do you follow me? A fine of not more than 20,000, or community service, or both fine and community service. Huh? Yeah, that will be determined by those people. Is that the proposal, am I right? Have I got you? So, honorable members, it is proposed that clause 137, common nuisance, stand part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 138, gaming houses.
It is proposed that clause 138, gaming houses, huh? Yeah, please.
Yes, Chair, we have. We propose that in 138, 1, that a comma should be inserted between the word house and room.
House and room. On what?
In
on where? Where?
In no, is it 1B or A?
Is it A?
It's A. 1B.
1B.
Where you have house, there is no comma between house and room.
Where? In 1B?
In 1B line, the first line. We need a comma there.
Yes.
House, room, or place.
Okay.
Yes. And then in line 3, in the same clause, line 3, the word purpose.
Huh?
The word purpose. Be followed by the word of, purpose of unlawful gaming. Instead of purpose unlawful gaming. You've seen it.
Or are kept used by any other person for the purpose of unlawful gaming.
Exactly. And then in the third one is that in line 3 of clause 1, clause 1, clause 1C, the word purposes be followed by the word of.
Yeah, purposes, for the purposes of unlawful gaming.
Exactly. Yeah, those are the. Let me see.
Honorable members,
Let me see. Yeah.
the first proposal is on 138 1B. First line of 1B, you have occupier of a house, room or place. After house, a comma. On the same 1B, third line, last word, passing for the purpose of unlawful gaming, for the purpose of unlawful gaming. Have you seen it? And then last bit is on C, third line, second to third line, second to last word. After purposes, you have of unlawful gaming. Of before unlawful. Huh? Have you seen those? You've got them. It is for honorable members. It is proposed that clause 138, gaming houses, stand part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 139, betting houses.
You have a reservation. You have a reservation.
Uh-huh. 139.
Yes.
We have a recommendation. 1, that the Gaming and Betting Act should be referenced to correlate with this clause. Should be referenced to correlate with this clause. The clause on betting. 139. 139. It looks like there is another act which is dealing with betting. And I think we are calling on the ministry to reference that and then include it in this, instead of having that act and having this one. And they are not hearing each other. That is what we are thinking. I don't know now. The betting act.
Don't be disturbing people when they are talking. No, you are not helping. You are making it more difficult for me.
Chair,
I want people to listen to each other.
that's all
And I said I will give everybody the chance to talk.
It's like you are condoning too much. You're becoming very unparliamentary.
Huh?
It's becoming very unparliamentary.
It's not your business. It's not.
No, that is true. It's a joke. It's not a joke. And what are you saying? What are you saying?
Member for Woolly is trying to say vetting. People are talking about vetting. He's quoting vetting. He wants to confuse you. That's why. You know, one time he says he's doctor of confusion. So I want to help you so that he not confuse you.
Talking about vetting. No, it's you who is talking about it. Because me, I understand it that way, and all others understand it that way. You are the only person who understood it differently. So you are confusing us instead of him. So now, honorable member, I don't know, you said reference. How do you reference it? Have you any idea?
During the debate on this thing, it must have been proposed that there is a Betting and Gaming Act. So whatever points there are there, at least we want to have it the same. I think that was the suggestion made to the justice. But if it is not done, then we have to ask the minister what implication is there if
Had a lot of bills here that already have principles, other types, other bills somewhere. And we don't usually make references to them. Or what probably we may want to know, where it says A here and B there, what happens? I think that may be your fear. If the Betting Act is talking differently or different punishment, and this one is not correlated with this one, and this one is talking about something else, how do you reconcile it? Yeah, Honorable Minister. Majority. Let the Honorable Minister answer to their queries. Honorable, what he's saying is, they believe there is already a Betting Act in place. And now you're talking about betting houses here. They say they're wondering how do you correlate the two? You have to reference the other one. Then when we discussed, they said if it says one thing here and differently in the other one, which one? How do you reconcile the two?
This one will prevail because it will be the latter in time.
This one will prevail.
Yes.
The latest act prevail.
We are reviewing. I know the Vetting Act is under volume 13 of our laws. Because as part of our reforms, in fact, 1 second, let me. That legislation is a 1973 legislation, so by default, we will update it. But
yeah, basically what you are saying is the latest one supersedes the.
This is the general code, so we will deal with it as much of it we can handle here, and the other legislation will be updated accordingly.
Yeah, probably you make reference to the old one, that which is not captured here. Huh? All right. The second one is what?
Is on the 139.1. 139.1. A house, room, or place which is used for any of purposes following. We just want to turn the words. Following purposes. Instead of purposes following. You understand what I'm saying? That was all.
Where? Where is it?
139.1.
Purposes following, following purposes. That's to say, have you seen it, Honorable? Following purposes. Any more? That's all. Honorable Member? That's all. It is proposed that clause 139, betting houses, stand part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 140, lotteries.
It is proposed, yes, you have some listings on 140.
Sorry. It's just the spelling of authority. Authority, the way the authority is spelled. In line 2. A-U-T-H-O-U-R-I-T-Y. It's just the spelling. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It is proposed that clause 140, lotteries, stand part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 141, keeper of premises defined.
It is proposed that clause 141, keeper of premises defined, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 142, traffic in obscene publications.
Yes, may we hear it?
Yes. In line 2 of 142.1, you have higher distribution. We want to put a comma after distribution.
2 of 142, 1A or B?
A.
A,
Second line.
Yes,
The last word there is distribution. We want to put a comma after distribution. That's all.
Yes, yes.
I just want to suggest you lay the foundation that we don't have time. It's better we attack the substance of the law than attacking full stop, spellings. But the final version must definitely rectify these spellings, either we do it or not. It's the substance of the law we need to attack, not full stop, comma, this. We don't have time.
Honorable, yes, you are a layman in Parliament. You are dealing with parliamentarians who have been here for a long period. Here is the final stage of any draft. The final stage. The I's and the dots, the commas and the facts and all these things should be done. Unless and until they authorize these other people to do it. So we have done that, isn't it? We have done the correction. And what were the corrections, sir? He said? That's the only one. It is proposed that clause 142, traffic in obscene publications, stand part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 143, idle and disorderly person.
143, you have a reservation. Is the most common police terminology.
We have, Chair,
Yes.
we've suggested deleting them before, but then we came to an agreement, I could remember, where we changed the wording. We changed, instead of rook and vagabond, or, I don't know, idle and disorderly.
All right, hold on.
We made some changes.
Honorable members, if you want to discuss or chat, you just go outside. Please. Yes?
Our suggestion here is to delete 143. But I could remember during the course of our, how do you call it? Debate. There was a suggestion that says we change the wording. And then that wording has been changed. So therefore, when it was changed, then we accepted it. If those wordings are there, we will still accept it. But if not, then our suggestion is to delete it. It was changed. It was changed. Yes, instead of idle and disorderly person, that was a term that the minister suggested, which we accepted.
So now, as it is now, it's okay.
Yeah, the detail is okay, but the name.
Now, what I'm saying is, you are no longer proposing for the deletion of this page. Now, what proposals are you making on it?
Our proposal is the caption. Yes. We know that there is a crime that is prescribed. Let's prescribe that crime properly instead of calling the person idle or disorderly. And we've done that before.
All right. Now, honorable members, can you read the whole this thing for us?
Yes. Idle and disorderly persons. The following persons: A common prostitute behaving in a disorderly or indecent manner in a public place. A person who publicly, without lawful excuse, does an indecent act. And C, a person who in public place persistently solicits or opportunes for immoral purposes are deemed to be idle and disorderly persons and are liable on conviction, etc.
Yes.
I can remember.
Talk about disorderly, that's fine, because here it states disorderly. And the idle is the one you have no objective, you are just going about. So what is wrong with those terminologies as reference to this particular?
The change we do in the procedure one should match with this one also. Otherwise, it's not going to. You understand what I'm saying? We change the name, the caption. We don't want to call these people idle and disorderly people. I cannot remember what we changed. Yes. In the procedure.
Of more on what changes. You are talking about a previous bill, the offences. I think this one is the offences. You are talking about
the procedure.
The procedural one. Yes. Yeah, what was it? Now tell us that. Exactly. Yes, you can go ahead, Latifuda.
Yeah, I just want to see why do we modify prosecute with common? I think we can say a prosecute behavior. Why do we say a common prosecute behavior? We can say a prosecute behavior in a disorderly or indecent manner in a public place. Why do we say common?
Is there a difference between a common prostitute and a prostitute?
That is why I say we are better off if you say a prostitute.
No, I want to know whether, no, I have heard you. Is there a difference between the two?
Maybe the one go. Huh? Maybe the common one go everywhere.
Hey, can you help us, please?
Chair.
Yes?
Let me also call the attention of the Honorable Minister. On this particular thing, I think we were talking about vagabonds in the procedural bureau. We cannot pinpoint it up. We can all put our heads together. But the word was vagabond, and then they managed to come with a name. That's what we are trying to suggest. They can help. They can help. The ministry can help.
One 143 and 144, we suspend them. Huh? Yes?
Here, I think 143 is in order as how it's drafted, and it's trying to portray a process. So the committee, Honorable Ture, it's difficult for him to give us what he wants to a change to be. So looking at the whole thing into A, B, and C, it is defining the title, and it's in order. Let's leave it remove.
I think what they are trying to say is we are dealing with two bills.
Yes.
One is the procedure, and this one is the offenses. And I think what they are saying is we agreed to change certain things in that procedure already. And if we had done that, we should make sure that reflects here also in the offenses. That's what they are trying to do, to reconcile and find out. So that's why I said, whilst we are doing that, let's suspend these two. When we suspend them, if we find out that we cannot see it, we will now on our own agree on what we will put here. Huh? Yes, please. So we now go to 145. Note that this is suspended. Huh? $145. No, let him read it first.
Clause 145, wearing of uniform without authority prohibited.
Yes, 145, we have one, that is, that the punishment for the offense should be reduced from $25,000 to $10,000. And in default, 3 months imprisonment in subclause 1, and $5,000, and in default, 3 months imprisonment in subclause 3. That's what we have. Huh? Process. Yeah.
I am not subscribing to the amendment of the committee. Looking at the crime committed, how can you be wearing police or military uniform, acting as if you are a symbol of authority in the state, and then doing all havoc? Listen to what it's saying. A person who, not being a person serving in disciplined forces or the police force, the armed forces, or any other foreign forces stationed in the Gambia, wears without the permission of the president the uniform of any of those forces or any dress having the appearance or bearing in any regimental or other distinctive marks on such uniform commit a misdemeanor and liable for conviction of a fine of $25,000. I think that should serve as a deterrent. You bring it down to $10,000. Somebody can wear a military uniform and stand a checkpoint, rob people, and get, more resources or have to the community more than this. So there has to be a deterrent clause. That caveat, that $25,000 is not really on the high side. So you should maintain or even increase it. This is serious.
The problem I have, I don't know, you people need to clear. You know, there are certain dresses that are camouflage uniforms like. People, I see people wear things, if you look at it, you think like it is either a security personnel or so I want to know whether if this refers to those type of people also. You don't understand me. You know, we have a police uniform and an army, but there are people's dresses that look like a uniform. But it's not the police, but if you look at it, you think they are all the same. So are those included? That's what I'm saying. Are those included in the whole thing? Is it a camouflage uniform?
No.
What go to the police and rob them of their uniform and wear it?
What they are saying,
They are not included.
what they are saying, any appearance that's seemingly or likely to be a police uniform when you're not permitted by the president or any force, either be police force or armed forces, should not be allowed. Yes, exactly.
Honourable Speaker. Chairman. Chairman.
Chairman. Hello?
Chairman. Yeah, Honourable Speaker, if you look at the provision, it is not giving you an option to bring anything that might seemingly look like a uniform. What the clause is saying is kind of specific. It reads, a person who not being a person serving in the disciplined forces or the police force, the armed forces or any foreign forces stationed in the Gambia wears without the permission of the president the uniform of any of those forces or any dress having the appearance or bearing any of the regimental and no, he said regimental
No, having the appearance of that, and also this, and also that. All those are added.
Can I finish, Honorable Speaker?
Now, you know you are reading. You are reading. It's the interpretation of what you are reading that we are getting to now.
Yes.
So as you read, we are all looking at it.
Yes.
What we are saying here is what you read is correct.
Yes. Can I finish, Honorable Speaker?
Yes.
Okay. Of any of those forces or any dress having the appearance or bearing any of the regimental or other distinctive marks on such uniforms commits a misdemeanor.
Yes.
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, when we talk about a uniform, it is the bearer, or I can call it the cap, you have the shirt, you have the trouser, and the boots. This is what we call a uniform. So, are we saying if an individual puts on the cap of an army, or he puts on the shirt only, or he puts on the trouser only, or he puts on the shoes only, which is the combat boots, his punishment should be equal to the individual who puts on the full uniform? Or are there distinctions?
Now, from what I understand is...
So my question is, what do we mean by a uniform? Are we talking about all these elements in complete?
You know...
That's my question.
You know, we can now come to define that, what we mean by uniform. But what we do know is if you wear those military colored things that look like the army, it is you have worn something, an army dress. Yes. If you wear the cap of an army, or you wear the trousers of an army, they are dresses, appearances. So now, what we need to say here is, what do we define as uniform? Is it got to be both trousers, shirt, cap, and all these things before it is qualified to be this thing? And is that the spirit of the law? So that's what we want. We should.
You've seen the.
Let's go round.
Yes. For me, in my opinion, a uniform is not completed without regiments. Either you are a sergeant, you are a captain, or what. Your uniform is not completed without having those regiments. That's why it went for it to qualify. It must have those regiments on the particular side before it can be qualified to be a uniform.
But there are people who are recruits. They don't have any of those things. One listing. No, that is a position. The ordinary recruit doesn't have it. He may have some symbols, things that show that it's either the police or the...
Chair, if you look at the provision here, it's just trying to prohibit...
Let him just complete. You know that? Yeah, okay.
It's just trying to prohibit anybody appearing as if you're a police officer or appearing as if you are a soldier. So any appearance that will be seemingly seen in the public as if you are a police or army, or putting on any distinctive marks in a uniform form as if you're a security officer, is trying to go against that. So yes.
Ordinary. He just wore it because he likes it and it is. But it resembles a military dress. Now, you can be arrested. You have no intention to be a police. You have no intention to go to the there and arrest somebody who do this thing. But because of that, you can be arrested. So what we are saying now, as lawmakers, is to define it completely so that it is regulated. If we mean that everybody who does that should be arrested, let's state it that way. If we mean that there has to be exception, let's state it that way. But we don't leave it so in ambiguity, and then people will interpret it the way they want to get it. That's what they are saying. So what is your intent? What do you want to put across? Yes, Honorable.
Thank you very much.
Councillor.
Yes, thank you very much.
Honorable, after that, lower salary.
Okay, looking at the section itself, I think it is trying to define what uniform is all about, and also the characteristics in which of those forces will also bear in it. One, if you look at it, says the armed forces of any foreign force station, that is either the disciplinary force, police, or the armed forces of any force station in the Gambia, whereas without the permission of the president. One, in order for you to be a Gambia armed forces, there are characteristics that features you to be a Gambia armed forces soldier or a police. Going further, appearances of the regimentals means either even you are a recruit from training school, by the looks you'll be able to identify. The Gambia uniform is clearly shown. G whatever F is part of the uniform. So my distinction here is, looking at this section, it has clearly put what issues of uniforms is it talking about. But the completion of all these uniforms include everything. It cannot be a uniform when all elements are not put in place. The cap alone or the shirt. This is saying about uniform is uniform. General from the top to the last.
Honorable.
Yes.
You are making your own interpretation.
No, not interpretation.
Yes, there is nowhere it is interpreted that it has to be complete.
No, uniform.
No, uniform can mean even a shirt or anything.
No.
So it means now,
yes.
If I wear a police uniform, a police boots, socks, trousers, how do you call it? The shirt, yeah, and even the cap, but the underwear is not there, then it's not a uniform.
Which underwear?
They do have underwear.
No. The underwear, here, what matters is...
They have underwear as part of their uniform.
Yeah, the underwear is there, but
so what I'm saying is, now, I'm just giving you an example.
Yes.
So you want to call it incomplete because of that is not there?
Yes.
No. That cannot be, that cannot be possible.
No, it's possible.
Yes, honorable member for Senegal.
I think what you don't know what I understand is anything that you can help you to impersonate police officers. Like what you have said, even if you have the shirt and the trouser and the hat alone, you can impersonate the police. You can appear in certain communities and they will take you to be a police and then you can do devious things. This is what is trying to discourage, impersonation.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for giving me the floor. Honorable Chair, I will agree with the member for Fonyi Council. Basically, why they call it uniform is from the shirt and the trouser and the and the beret and the the shoe. This is what they call uniform. But then Kamafule, because there was an instant where normally they disgrace people by putting on Kamafule trousers. They will ask you to undress it, or then in fact they force you to undress it. Here, if we are making laws, we have to be very mindful what we are doing. You cannot call Kamafule as a uniform. You cannot. You can be only granted when you put the entire clothing. That's called uniform. This is why we call it uniform. Because you cannot go to school, put it on police beret, or you put on everything, you don't put the beret. You are not entitled to arrest anybody. Because you are not given that grant to arrest anybody. You can only be granted when you put the entire uniform that was given to the head of state.
Yes, honorable. You know the difficulty here is somebody wears a police beret, a police shirt, a police trousers, and he wears shoes, our ordinary hardware shoes. Who will tell you that this is not a police officer? Not that shoes. If he goes to stand on the street or goes to the village and impersonates as an officer, they will see him as an officer. They are not going to say that he is wearing the shoes that is not the police shoes. And most police officers now don't even wear those shoes. They wear different types. So what we are saying, let's be straight. There is a purpose why this is being intended for. It's a purpose. And you look at that purpose and try to carve it in a way that satisfies to stop that, to make sure that one is addressed.
Is the intense of
The
this
internet
law.
is what honorable member for Serekunda West said, and what the honorable member for Woolley said. That's to prevent people from impersonating.
Yeah, I agree. But the members, though they are parliamentarians, but then they are not the activities of these laws. But the intent one, because the drafters are here. Let them tell us these are the intent things. Because here we are making these laws. But then the one who is going to implement these laws, they are sitting down. Let them tell us the intent. Because I don't know camouflage is not an uniform.
Now, you know our problem is, all what is coming to Parliament, honorable, is here just for our information. We determine. When it is enacted, it's no more the Attorney General or somebody else. It's enacted by Parliament. So that's why we share ideas or invite their opinions on issues that will inform us better to make decisions. Yeah, but what the whole essence is to prevent people from camouflaging or impersonating people, from trying to be police officers to be dubious and then avoiding it, or going to threaten people as if you are an officer, or you pretend and walk past some place because if somebody sees you, you think that you are an officer when you are not. These are the things they want to avoid. What do we do to prevent that? Yes?
Yeah, what I want...
but somebody was at the back. Who was?
Well, you already told me to speak.
I can see my division.
Then my mic is...
It's not Quran or Bible that is falling down. It's me saying and then I deny it.
My mic is...
The honorable, yeah, I've given you a chance. Let me give somebody so that I come back to you. Kalindi.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. To set the record straight, camouflage is uniform. It's a type of uniform, but it's a uniform. Usually for military officers, and because it is the way it's designed to acclimatize soldiers in a particular type of environment, it is designed that way, but it's a uniform. Secondly, when you look at the act is not telling you anybody, even people who have camouflage, American camouflage, wear it here, they fall under this category. No. For instance, the army and police, and then maybe the economics Ghanaians that are here, anybody at this moment, you wear some of those people their uniform, then you fall under this one. But people that are the second-hand this thing, I mean, we usually see it from people. But this law that I'm seeing here, this provision that I'm seeing here, is not saying any other camouflage. You have to be a force in the Gambia, stationed in the Gambia, and then, yes. And secondly, Honorable Speaker, I think there is no ambiguity with regards to what is stated here. Because if you look at it, it's saying all the regimental and distinctive marks, every uniform, whether police or army, they have regimental and distinctive marks. If you look around, there is a local security guard that have the same color with the police. But what differs them, what differentiates them is their regimental and distinctive marks. So meaning if somebody goes to a market and bought the same color of police uniform, you understand? But if some of the marks, the badges that are missing there, his impersonation, listen, I'm coming. Two offenses are happening here. The wearing of the uniform, official uniform of the police, is an offense in itself. The impersonation also in the act is also an offense in itself. So you can see that, meaning you can charge from one sub, two, and put them all together on the same passage. So does it necessarily mean somebody wears the uniform? I'm coming. Allow me. You take your floor. Speaker gave me the floor. So the army, wearing the army, Gambia National Army, is unique in the whole world. If you go anywhere, if anyone sees the design, you know this is the Gambia National Army. If you go to Nigeria, it's the same. So wearing that one only, even without the regiment and specific, you are culpable. You understand? But that is not the same case with the police. That's what it makes it very difficult with the police. It has to have those regimentations. So, and also, Speaker is very right. It doesn't have to be like full from head gear to foot that it is complete. No. If you wear the trouser along with the banyan, like what he was trying to allude to, the inner side is called banyan. You are some form, to some extent, in a uniform. So if you have a barrier, banyan and berry and so it doesn't have to be complete. That's my submission.
My problem is, I think you said it well, but my problem, I want clarity on this one, because of your expertise in this. You know, you have this regimental, or what you call distinctive mark on uniform. Now, a uniform, a camouflage with those marks would definitely serve as a uniform, even if it is a star. But that's how the sentence is constructed. It does not follow that. For me, how I see it, look at it, and let's read it. He said, the permission of the president, have you seen that on the third line? The uniform of any of those forces, or any dress, listen here, or any dress having the appearance, one, the dress is having the appearance, or the dress is bearing any of the regimental things, or this. So all these things are qualified. If it is a dress that's only with what do you call it, regimental distinct, it could serve as something to be seen as a uniform. If it has a dress that has any distinctive mark, it's the same. If it is a dress that looks like the uniform, it's another thing. It's not saying these things must be present together before it serves as to be a uniform. If that is what we mean, then let's calculate the sentence in a way that it means that. Yes, let me just
on your what you just said. No, I want to correct something there.
Yes, it's me. Opinion, and then you I asked him something. Honorable, have you any idea on that?
Yes, I think you are right in the technicality of this one. Any dress having the appearance. And he does not put their hand, he just put all. So, yes. Yes, that is a technicality.
Welcome, Speaker. Chair. Now, you have just read the sentence now. That a uniform of any of those forces, or any dress having the appearance of what? Those forces. Please now. No, I'm coming. Yes. No, Speaker, Chair, the forces have been listed above. The military, the police, whatever. Now, instead of anybody who now wear those uniforms, or appearance, the appearance is referring back to those uniforms. If you dress in resemblance to those features, I'm coming, or bearing a regimental, now it has gone further again. For instance, now, you can have Uncle Sam's security. Their security, you can have halogen security. Their security, but they are not wearing regimental or distinctive marks. The appearance means the appearance of police officer or army here. So it has already qualified.
No.
It's very clear.
Honorable, you know where our difference is? Here, he says, any dress having the appearance, One, like for instance, you put on the camouflage that you probably bought from Serekunda market, but it looks like the Gambia army or what camouflage. That one is qualified just by that. The other one is, if you have a uniform that looks like even probably anti-something security, but you have the listing of the Gambia Armed Forces or police or these things, that will also serve as another. That's what they are categorizing. Now, what I understand is, the camouflage alone will have to get one of those, either the distinctive mark or the regimental distinct. Now, if that is what is so, which is very clear, then let's count this language to mean that. Then we'll be out. Now, yes.
The minister wants the floor.
I think,
no.
Before the minister comes, Honorable you are not the speaker, please. Honorable Speaker, can you please tell him to mind his words? I think the text needs to improve, because for me, I think that the mischief this particular provision is trying to remedy is impersonation, wearing all of this without acting in that capacity. So that cannot be considered impersonation. And I believe that the mischief this particular provision is trying to remedy is impersonation. Wearing all of this uniform without acting, we are not impersonation. So therefore, we can improve the text and put something like to act before you can impersonate. Thank you very much.
You are taking us to another level. Yes, let's hear the Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. There are more than one mischief that this provision is trying to address. And since we are developing a penal code, I think we need to be very focused on the concerns in society that we are trying to preserve by making these laws. Now, you dealt with impersonation. I wouldn't say much about that, because impersonation here, people can use these uniforms to commit crimes against us as members of society. That one, you've talked about it. When you have another safety closely linked to issues of impersonation, securities, usually unsuspecting members of the public, can turn to security officers to ask for help sometimes. And if people are only using these uniforms, people can be mistakenly approach them and could even obey instructions from them if you don't identify them properly. But that's all linked to impersonation. But the services also are a disciplined force. They are professional, trained, and they have a code that they follow. So allowing the public to wear their uniform can dilute the society's respect for them, because those who are wearing this, we are not trained and they are not professionals. And their behavior may be less than what the trained officials are supposed to do. So that's one. And the other issues have to do with the discipline forces. They operate under strict codes, like I was saying, and accountability. So if we don't allow them to restrict the use of their uniforms, in times of emergency itself, it could pose risk to both society and the users of these uniforms. Now, the Lansing's civil securities that you are using as example, those ones, their uniforms are approved. Even if they are similar, they are approved. Remember, this is only an offense if you are not permitted, if you don't get the permission. So for civil security forces that are using uniforms, their uniforms would have been submitted through the licensing system, and they are approved. But general members of the public should not be allowed to wear anything that is similar to these uniforms of the forces. Whether it's a mere boot, whether it is a cap, whether it's a mere shirt, as long as the public can mistake you for being a soldier, for being a police, I think we need to prohibit it. We have so many other dresses to wear, my friend. Why do we have to wear the dresses of our security services who are wearing that uniform to protect us? And that's the only thing they use to identify themselves. So, so for me, outright abolishing, you are not sort of anything to wear. Why would you have to go and wear a camouflage, even if it is without the regiments? So the intention here that you people are asking, we intend to forbid the wearing of anything that will give you the semblance of uniforms that have been reserved for the disciplined forces.
Uniform, if you wear it so far, it resembles a soldier's uniform. Even if you are not, it includes. And that's why we have been long. And that's why you people have been long awaited, because this is what we are saying, and people who are going for this is, why do we agree as members of the National Assembly? Now, don't talk about vote. You are dealing with very sensitive issues. Why somebody is saying no, he's not convinced. Let's go try to convince him if you think you are right. No, listen, I am talking, let me learn. You know, Honorable Minister, I am confident that every member of this institution here wants to ensure that our people don't impersonate our security forces. or try to interfere or create fear or use it to do any danger to society or anything, or even to destabilize. Nobody would want that as members of the National Assembly. The other concern would be they don't want ordinarily for people to be denied or to be punished for something they don't do or they don't do. That's another side of it. Because when you are looking at something, it's there. Now, the camouflage issue is the main thing, the camouflage. Because even ordinarily, I see somebody in that camouflage, the first thing I think, I begin to wonder, I hope he's not a soldier. That's the first thing that comes to mind, probably to come and realize, no, I bought this at the market. You know, but how many people would accept that you bought it in the market? So one thing is, even its importation should be forbidden.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So
even if it is not imported,
the sale of it and importing and sale of those things too will be forbidden. I believe they are forbidden somewhere, either in the Minute Armed Forces Act or somewhere.
And my problem also is, you know, camouflage is one thing, but some of the ordinary uniforms of the police, they are white shirts. And they have this thing without emblem. You cannot call that uniform. Huh? This is what I'm saying.
So
you know, what I'm trying to say is,
I got your point, Speaker.
You know, the uniform, the camouflage looks like the uniform of the soldier. The white shirt with those things also looks like the uniform of a police in white shirt, or the blue, or the other blue uniform looks like it. But you cannot prevent people from wearing it.
So where uniforms have similarity to the other dresses of members of the public, any person suspected of wearing the uniform, you must have done it in such a way that it will cross the threshold.
That is having an emblem.
Yes.
Whichever way description you give it, but it will have been reached a threshold where it can confuse an ordinary person looking at you.
What is the threshold?
No, that's what I'm saying. So it will only be on a case-by-case basis. For example, you talk about a white coat that maybe a senior police officer would wear.
Yes.
So we are not necessarily disbanding every white
and
coat.
I wear a black my own black trouser.
So it depends on, yes. So it
and I felt myself.
Exactly.
I hope you will not tell me that you are
You are not a police officer. All of those white shirts has their own regiment.
It's not given the floor.
You understand? It also has those distinctive marks as a police uniform. So mere wearing a white and black trouser and shirt doesn't qualify to be a police officer, unless you wear those kind of things.
Okay. Somebody, is it Lower Salu? Lower Salu.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Lower Salu.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Yes, I agree with you, Honorable Chair. Basically, we are not here to, try to arm the security officers. We are doing for the best of our citizens. Again, Honorable Chair, the Minister just stated of an emergency, where might be public people can wear these uniforms when there's an emergency. For instance, those people who are lancet, for example, KMC uniform and police uniform. Allow me to come, please. Allow me to come. KMC, they put on black uniform with a beret. It's only the logo that is different. If there is any emergency, I'm not saying that will happen, because we are not making a law. If there is any emergency, somebody put on that uniform, and already it's a lancing uniform. How are you going to treat that person? What we are trying to do here is, these camouflage that are people are buying from these Fogajais or in the markets, then, and I don't think we have the right also to stop those vendors of selling those camouflage. The member for Central Talent says the camouflage coming from America is not category on this issue. Then let's make it the right thing here.
Chair is here.
We try to narrow down as we move to reach a conclusion. You understand? The KMC security and all other security, silent securities, they are granted permission to be worn through a process. Now, I think those who gun them uniforms should bear this in mind. That's going to be their problem. And what now we are saying, we've heard from the Honorable Minister, the intent of the law is to prevent that aspect of it. And that, honestly, we should make sure that people don't, you know, if you leave a loophole, people can capitalize, criminals can capitalize on it, and then cause havoc on people. If somebody can wear a camouflage, he can just wear a camouflage and go to an ordinary person, and he sees that hey, he's a security man. He can do anything, and he goes away. So the wearing of that camouflage, these things, that's typical of an army, I think we should discourage that.
Yes. Chairman is here.
No, it's here.
No.
Wait.
Honorable members, I'm just being informed that we have gone half-past, almost half-past, and we need to move a motion to finish or to close at a specific time. Before we put the motion, I think we have at least a common ground. People have different opinions. What do you think? Can we finish this today? No, we are now agreed that what we have discussed earlier is not possible. Huh? We cannot finish it. Now, then you have two options. We cannot finish it. We cannot finish it, even if it is one. We cannot finish it. Because your recommendation is different from what members will see again. Now, the other option we have is we move a motion to close by 6, wherever it finds us to be closed, or we move a motion to close by a specific time. Let's say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I am putting... Honorable members, I don't know when we are going to be respecting others' opinion. You have an opinion. You will always believe, you should always believe that people may have a different opinion. I am not making an opinion. I am giving you alternatives. I said we go beyond, we go to finish. You said no, it cannot happen. We said we have an option to go up to 6 o'clock usual and we close. That's an option. The other option is to go beyond 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever you agree on. Up to that time, wherever it finds us, we close. That is your choice. I'm not saying that we do that. That's why I said let's discuss to see which one will be most accepted. So now the floor is open. What do you think will be most accepted? Yes, Honorable. Now the choice here, the number one choice, let nobody talk about that again. What he is saying is we move to close as usual at 6 o'clock. That's what his proposal is. Yes, Honorable Member for Woolly East.
Thing has been with us for a long time. I believe we can go up to 8 o'clock. Since you are providing some supper for us, we should go up to 8. I propose 8 o'clock with supper.
We can go up to 8 o'clock because we've already asked
supper.
The draft office to give us dinner. That's what he said. Any other different from the two?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, mine is with or without the dinner, we cannot finish this today. So I'm suggesting that we maintain. Allow me. We close by 6 and then we reschedule it.
Honorable, you have heard me. Somebody said 6. I said that's out now. No more 6, no more 8. If somebody has anything else different from the two, that's what you should come in for. So now we have 2. Now it means we have 2. That is going up to 6 o'clock and close until another time for the bill. The other one is going up to 8 o'clock and we close wherever it finds us. Because, according to him, because we have already asked the office of the clerk to give us food. Yes, we did that. You cannot say no. Look, Honorable, you should be human yourself. Please. We asked clerk to go and make sure he finds food for us for dinner. We said it. We agreed on it. Whether now we do it or not is not important, but we said it. Now, they may say no, we forgo it, fine. But don't argue that we said it, we agreed on it. Or if we are going to close at 6, we are not going to provide dinner. That's just common sense and human. Now, so these 2 points, I don't know how members think. Now, I think what we can do is we can ask the clerk if we are going for 6.
Chair,
we can ask the clerk.
I have a proposal.
Who is talking?
It's me, member for Serakunda.
We are going to have another proposal.
So until we can work until 10 o'clock, so that we can do it, given the importance of this bill. Which I say, giving the importance of this bill and to do justice to it, I think we can continue to work until 10 o'clock.
Yeah, honorable members, you know, whatever, it will only probably take us a little time, but we will still have to leave it as it is. So you are talking about 10. So now we have now 3 proposals now. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Now, my problem is, if we are going to close at 6, honorable, if we are going to close at 6, then there will be no dinner, and therefore we will just ask the clerk to serve the dinner to either
Chair, maybe the dinner is
either to the psychiatry people or to somewhere else to serve them. If we are staying up to 8 or to 10, he can serve members the dinner. Are we agreeing on that also?
Oh, no, if the dinner is already here, we can still get it.
You cannot receive dinner and then you don't work for it. If you want to receive dinner, you must stay until at least 8. Yes, honorable.
Yes.
After him.
Speaker. Yes. Alaji Baba, off your phone, off your mobile. Sorry. Yes, Speaker, you gave me the floor. I was just
wait. It's time. You have to move the motion.
Speaker.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
You gave me the floor. Yes. Councillor.
Hey. They want to accuse that between half past is gone. It's now to 6. So therefore, we just cannot put a motion. It means we have to close. That is not correct. That is not correct. We now the House. I will now suspend the sitting. I will now suspend the committee of the whole House and we resume at the session. Honorable members, the technicality I just explained to you. We started in group. The minority and some members, majority and some members never observed me until when it was late. Because they want us to stop at 6. Now, what we are saying now is, it's your right to determine when we close. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, midnight, tomorrow morning is your right. Now, but we have 3 options. 6, 8, 10. Which one do we want? Now, let's quickly vote. Those who want us to close at 6 o'clock, your tax up. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Honorable members, those who want us to close at 8 o'clock, raise your tax. You got it? Those who want us to close at 10 o'clock, raise your tax. 10 o'clock. You got it? Who are those who are abstaining? Anybody who is abstaining? Who? Who voted? For you, they said you voted already. Yes, they saw your hand, they counted it. Yes, everybody is saying that. Honorable members.
Why is it taking time to announce the results?
The results. Those for 6 p.m. 17. Those for 8 p.m. 16. Those for 10 p.m. 2. Abstention, none. So 6 p.m. has won. And then the House is now resolved into the Committee of the whole House. Huh? Yes, honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable. Honorable, two announcements. Let me apologize to the majority. I saw that he has voted for 8 p.m. and I had accused him of 6 p.m. The other thing is, some people are just telling me that those who voted for 10 o'clock will want to vote for 8 o'clock so that we bring their districts. Now there will be 18. Can we do that? They want to put a motion. Huh?
No.
Okay? As usual, honorable members, the time is 17:42. So at 6:15, we are going to close.
And also, I want a clarification.
But you wanted clarification?
Yes.
Yes, please.
What would have been the decision if at all those who wanted us to close by 6 and those who wanted us to close by 8 was a tie? If all the counts are 17-17, what would have happened?
That has not occurred. So we will not bug ourselves.
Which motion is lost? You have 2 motions.
Yes.
The motion for 6 and the motion for 8. Which one are you going to lose?
Yes, what I'm saying is, if they are having a tie, so far there is no tie. I don't think we should bog about it.
No, it's parliament. It can happen.
No, yeah, when that, we will avoid that. You know, we don't want to go into the degree if that
No.
happen.
No, that's why you should always have one motion.
Yes.
It's better we have one motion.
Hearing you. Use your mic. Yes, what are you saying? Yes, honorable members, what I was trying to appeal is, we have lost about 20 minutes on this thing. I wanted that 20 minutes to be compensated. But it looks like people want us to close at. I think I can also use that and then we go to this thing so that we finish this chapter. Yes?
Yeah, my proposal is, you know, the provision is a good one. It's how to address, it's trying to address a problem which needs to be addressed. But our problem here is let's focus on that, the $20,000 or imprisonment of one month. You know, we feel that if you make it 20,000, then the imprisonment should be more than 1 month, or you reduce the 20,000 to 5,000, for example, and then the imprisonment remains as 1 month. That's what we are thinking.
The problem actually is, if you look at it, if you read it, and it's liable on conviction to a fine of $25,000 to imprisonment for 1 month. No, it does not go. Or what should be there, Honorable? The oath should be there. So now what you ask, now let's agree. We now agree, we have all seen the sense behind what the law is trying to address. And I think we reasonably agree. Now you are talking about the fine is too much or too small, too small. It's too much. You are suggesting instead of 25, what are you suggesting? Go ahead. 1 month. 5,000 to 1 month. Now, honorable members, what he is saying is, for the offense we have so much discussed about, he believes that the fine of 25 is on the high side. It can be a fine of up to $5,000 in default to a month imprisonment, instead of a fine of $25,000 or imprisonment for 1 month. If you look at it correspondingly, 1 month imprisonment should not attract 25,000.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, with your permission, if you go to 3, if you go to sub 3 down, there is a fine of 50,000 in default 3 months. So I agree with their observation. If 50,000 can be 3 months, half of 50,000 ordinary should be 1.5 months. But we can reach a compromise and reduce the 25 to either 20 or 15 and maintain the 1 month. I'm saying sub 3, paragraph 3 below.
Or even 10.
That's a
Yeah,
fine.
Pardon?
Compromise on the imprisonment term, then our original suggestion still stands. That is 10,000.
No, what they are saying is
10,000.
10,000 or 1 month imprisonment.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we are saying. We can say that.
Honorable members, I think we can agree on that.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, with regards to the fines and imprisonment terms, the only concern I have is the provisions are serving as a deterrent. That's one. But there is no separation between the individual who wears it for the purpose of leisure and the individual who wears it with the intent to impersonate. Both of them are having the same fines and the same terms of imprisonment.
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable. You know, one thing is, during our discussion, what I have learned from most members is that we are trying to discourage the issue of camouflage at all.
Yes.
Avoid it.
Yes.
In fact, we went to the extent of asking the Honorable Minister, what about the people who are allowed to order it and bring it?
This is a strict liability offense. We are not looking at the intent here. It's just like drugs. If it is found on you, whether your intention was just to keep it for somebody, or your intention is to use it, or your intention is to sell it, it's irrespective. It's a strict liability. It's the status situation. It's just being found wearing it. We don't go beyond after wearing it what you want to do it. It's the conduct of wearing it that is what is forbidden.
No, but Honorable Minister, my point here is, if an individual is found wearing the uniform and in the act of impersonating, the punishment that should be levied on that individual should be different from the individual who is found wearing it in his own compound.
No, impersonation is an offense of its own. So you'll be punished for impersonation and then be punished for wearing a uniform without authority.
You see, for one simple crime, the police will charge you.
Law and lawyers.
5 counts.
Thank you.
You don't see that? One simple crime that you have committed, they will charge you 5 different counts. Huh? So there are honorable members. I think reasonably, if somebody, we are discouraging the wearing of, how do you call it, camouflage uniforms, so that we have a more stable society. There are a lot of other clothing that we can buy and wear. The other thing is, if somebody wears it without impersonating, and he goes to impersonate, and somebody impersonating, as he said, you know, it's 1 count. This one for wearing it, they will come for you for impersonation, a more serious crime. So honorable members, I think what we are now saying is on conviction, liable on conviction to a fine of. So, do you mean you must be fined 10,000, or not more than 10,000, or not less than 10? No, this one is just 10.
Let me help you with. Now, if you want to understand sentencing rules, you need to go back to 34, clause 34, where these things are explained. If you look at 34.2, it says, except as may be expressly provided by the law under which the offense concerned is punishable, a person liable for imprisonment for life or any other period may be sentenced for a shorter term. 3, a person liable to imprisonment for an offense against this act or against any other may be sentenced to pay a fine in addition or instead of imprisonment. Then 1 is that imprisonment, looking at the issue of fine, sentence imprisonment shall take effect now. All imprisonment for an offense against this act or against any other act, law with or without hard labor discretion, unless this one. So it's fines cost. So where a fine is imposed under any law, in the absence of express provision relating to the fine in such law, following provisions and apply. Where no sum is expressed to which the fine may extend, the amount of the fine which may be imposed is unlimited, but shall not be excessive. So there are guidelines for all of this. It's up to. Yeah. Yeah.
Not up to that, meaning not more than that amount. You can be fined from $1 to a $10,000, not more than 10,000. That's what it means. A fine of more than 10,000, or to imprisonment for 1 month. That one is just for 1 month. All right. What is the other proposal, honorable member? That's the only one for this one.
In clause 3, we were suggesting that suggestion is very bad, because we were saying 5,000 and in default 3 months. We increased the imprisonment term, or we maintained the imprisonment term, but we reduced the amount. So going by what we have already done, I think if this one is 25,000 and in default it can be 3 months or 2 months. Huh? Not more than.
Which one? 3?
3, yes, in subclause 3.
3 is a bigger crime.
Yes.
And now you are saying it's talking about 50. What are you suggesting?
Now I'm suggesting 20,000. And in default, 3 months.
30,000 in default 3 months. 30,000 in default 3 months. If you and I think 30,000, some people they will go for prison. I've known people who have gone to prison for just 25,000. So, Honorable, what are you saying? What is the final listing? 30,000? Your proposal is it 30,000?
You are suggesting 30,000, but
no, I'm trying to. I just made that statement based on the rating.
Yes.
You said 10,000 1 month, 20,000 2 months, 30,000 3 months. That's how I rated it. That's how.
Yeah,
that's how.
He's saying, he's suggesting 25,000, which I call.
Who?
The majority leader.
Majority?
And then in default 3 months.
How about what? No, if 10,000 is 1 month. Yeah, understand. And then look at the crime itself. You are bringing disrepute to the institution. You know, if not for these things, if not the Gambian style, I think the 50,000 is reasonable. You know, but because this one, if you read it, you will see what implications there are. So anyway, you have the final say. What do you want? What are you saying? 30? Honorable member, honorable minister. We are saying from a conviction to a fine of 30,000, because that means not more than 30,000, isn't it? Dollars, or to imprisonment for 3 months. Honorable members, it is proposed that clause 145, wearing of uniform without authority prohibited, stand part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I have now almost 3 minutes to 6 o'clock. My problem here is this chapter ends on the next page, page 76, if you look at it. I wanted us to move up to page 76 and then close it there, because this thing may be moved to next session again. Huh? Are you comfortable with that? So that we deal with it quickly. Yes, move to the next one.
Clause 146, negligent act likely to spread infection of disease dangerous to life.
It is proposed.
Chairman.
Yes. Yes.
I have a proposal there, Chairman.
Who? Yes, yes. Keba?
Yes. To change it from misdemeanor to felony so that it will read a person who unlawfully or negligently does any act which is and which he or she knows or has.
Which one are you, Keba, which one are you addressing?
46, 146.
146, yes?
Yes. And you didn't raise it. Now I will allow you to raise. If it takes care of my concern, I'm okay. If not, I can come with my proposal.
Yes, quickly, go ahead.
The committee proposed that clause 146 as part of the bill. Following amendment 1, that due to the gravity of the offense, the categorization should change from misdemeanor to felony, and the punishment be inserted just after the word, which shall then read as, and is liable on conviction to a sentence of not less than 5 years and not more than 10 years. And
Please.
Yeah,
Well, with your permission, Honorable Speaker, this is negligent, not intentional. You need to watch that. Yes. And yes, we are punishing a negligent act, not deliberate. The act we are punishing here, the reason why we put it as misdemeanor, there is no intent. It's a negligent act. So if you raise this to 5 years, it could be
unlawfully or negligently does any act which is and which he or she knows or has reason to believe to be likely to spread the infection of any disease dangerous to life, commits a misdemeanor.
Chairman.
What is written under the negligence? It's not negligence now.
A person who unlawfully or negligently does any act which is and which he or she knows or has reason to believe, has reason to believe, the B should be, yes, has reason to believe to be likely to spread this thing. You say, what is your concern there?
Negligence. It's like it's deliberate. Because you already know that if I do this and this and this, is going to spread infection.
Chairman, what you say, it makes sense. Because now you are saying a person who knows and he believes as well. So it's more of deliberate action rather than negligence. So it's not really corresponding with the head.
Chairman. Chairman. Yes.
Keba.
Thank you, Chairman. I think the committee have really taken care of my fear. The only thing is, I was just going to change it. My proposal would have been to change the wording from misdemeanor to felony, so that it will be at the discretion of the court to start from 3 years going up. But the issue of saying it's negligent, yes, that is provided in the first sentence. But myself, I became convinced of the fact that it's no longer negligence but deliberate when I read the second sentence, which underscores the understanding of the individual with regards to what he or she was doing. So that is
so your arguments are that instead of misdemeanor,
it has to be a felony.
We we see it as felony.
Yeah, so moving forward, unless the drafters redraft something that would now be negligence to correspond with the heading, so that I can speak to the heading, so that we will not go that far, because he said we are punishing negligence, not an intent. Exactly.
The drafter's intent is to punish negligence, but in their explanatory notes, they went beyond that.
So we can suspend it and allow them to work on that. We move on next clause.
Let's hear the opinion. Honorable Attorney General.
Yeah, I really have no option but to agree with your observations. Because they combine both negligence and knowledge. And, so it's difficult to fuse all of them together and categorize it as negligence. Because when you are negligent, it's just failing to take due care that is necessary or expected of a reasonable person in a situation. But here we have issue of knowledge. Who knows?
And belief. Let's move on. You drop the one and we'll come back. Suspend that clause for now. Yes. So that we can achieve what we want to achieve. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
So let's add these two clauses that we have suspended. And we'll come back to.
Yes, we have suspended two other clauses.
Yeah, 43 and 44.
Yeah, we are now also suspending this one.
We will look at it.
Honorable members, let's move. 147.
Clause 147. Adulteration of food or drink intended for sale.
You have something? Huh? Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, we are proposing in clause 1, I think there is only one clause, where it says commits a felony and is liable on conviction to a fine of $100,000 or an imprisonment of 5 years. This means that the offense should be changed from misdemeanor to felony. That is our first comment, if we agree on that. Since it has gone up to 100,000, the fine, should that still be in the realm of misdemeanor?
Members, now can you help us read that portion itself, so that members understand?
You mean the
yes,
the provision?
Yes,
the original one.
Yes, the original one.
Yeah. 147 is adulteration of food or drink intended for sale. A person who subjects any article of food or drink to such treatment as to make the article noxious as food or drink or of less nutritive value, intending to sell the article as food or drink, or knowing it to be likely that the same will be sold as food or drink, commits a misdemeanor.
You are saying now, instead of a misdemeanor,
yes,
you are saying a felony.
We say felony because of the fine that they put there is 100,000.
Where is the fine? Because there is no fine here.
Huh?
147 has no fine. He just said commits a felony. Yes? Banjul South, yes?
Order 13, adjournment. The speaker at a motion for the extension of a sitting may be moved by a member, or at least it was moved that we will close at 6, and now it's past 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Are you out? I said, did you go out? No, but I don't know. So it must bump out of your ears because I put it to members. So we just go to end of the chapter, that's beginning of chapter 10. Next page, that's clause 154. Because when we close it now, it means this has to come back next sitting, next session, December session. Yeah, yes.
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, I know. That's why I told these people, I told members, but even the division, we can design it. The standing order, we can even repeat it. Where are we now?
No, we can't remember now. It is us who are. It is the committee that is suggesting 100,000, and they are saying because they are suggesting 100,000, therefore they want to move the level of the imprisonment. They want to take it to 5 years, and they want to make this thing a felony instead of a misdemeanor, because it's a very serious crime.
147, 148. 148 is sale of obnoxious food, is a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
You know. Adulteration of drugs, 149 is misdemeanor. Sale of adulterated drugs is misdemeanor. Fouling water is misdemeanor. Fouling air is misdemeanor. So you see they all fall under the same category. Now, this is what I'm saying. All the categories, they are all categorized under one district. So when you have to deal with one to make it a misdemeanor, you have to look at it holistically, and then because that's what they did. That's why they put all of them as misdemeanor. So if we are saying that, it means we have to uplift all of them to felony. We put all of them. Honorable Minister, what these people are insinuating is, from 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, and 153, all are classified as misdemeanor. And for the misdemeanor, all of them, misdemeanor, yes. Have you seen it? Yeah, they are saying that they think these things are serious issues, and they should be classified as felony. Pardon?
Issue of adulteration, of food and drinks, of drugs. I think I would urge that we suspend them. I will rework on them. Yes, because in my view, adulteration have different categories. You can have adulteration done by a common man, or you can have an adulteration done by a corporation. For example, a beverage company can adulterate a drink. For example, would you punish that exactly in the same way as a woman selling in the market adulterating her palm oil or her, so they are all adulteration, or her sour milk? All right, they can do, so adulteration of food and drink can be at different levels. Lumping all of them into a single definition and punishing them within the same paragraph may be problematic for the course. So I would love to look at this again with my drafting department, and we offer you a better, more detailed kind of drafting. So, yes.
Post is
yes.
147, 148, 149, 150, 151, and 152 be suspended.
We will offer alternatives when we
the Attorney General will work on it, and when we next meet, they will give us better alternatives. Is it? Yes, yes. No, when they bring it
but now, when you bring it,
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now we go to 153. No, let's read it. We can include it when we read it. It's different from this one.
Clause 153, offensive traits.
Offensive traits. Can you read it?
Yeah. A person who, for the purpose of trade or otherwise, makes loud noises or offensive or unwholesome smells, in such places and circumstances as to annoy any considerable number of persons in the exercise of their common rights, commits and is liable on conviction to be punished as for a common nuisance. I think it's also
commit something. You know, they are different. It's completely different from this one. It's completely different from the other ones.
Yeah,
So this one, I think let him include, because for me, I don't know what they intend to say here. Commits what? And is liable on conviction to be punished as for a common usage.
Chair, I think we allow them to look at this, because if
let's allow him to look at it.
Yes, on wholesome smells. You know, there are certain females selling certain things in the market. You know, the smells of
now let's go to the next one. Honorable Minister, look at it again. That paragraph, that 143.
Clause 154, false publication and broadcasting.
Clause 154, false publication and broadcasting. Any comments on that? Yes?
Comment on that is we need to delete this 154. This is not progressive under any democratic dispensation. People can use this against each other, even politically. This particular provision is not progressive at all. I would therefore urge the National Assembly to completely delete this.
No, Chair. No, we cannot delete.
No. Listen. It's an opinion he has expressed. It can be used to witch hunt some people. I think that's one of your reasons. But you are talking about false publication and broadcasting. Do we encourage people to make false publications and broadcastings? False ones. In the name of democracy?
Chairman.
No, we should not.
Chairman.
Naturally, the answer is not, we should not.
Chairman.
So now, what is, let's read it. Let's read the whole thing for us.
Can I come in, Chairman?
Yes.
Sorry.
I want us all to understand it. And
I'm reading.
And then we can comment.
No, I just want to give you understanding. If you go to 2, that will negate the submission by the honorable member. Section 154.2 is saying, it shall be no defense to charge under subsection 1 that the person did not know that the information or news was false, unless it is proof that he or she took reasonable measures to verify the accuracy of the information or news. Which means the accuracy of the news depends on the individual himself. That is his responsibility. And if you can prove...
That is very wrong, Speaker. He's misleading us.
No, I'll raise a point of order against him very soon.
We are talking. He kept quiet. Yes, go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, Section 144.2 is saying, at the last part, unless it is proof that he or she took reasonable measures, which means his intention was not there to mislead the people. If they can prove that they did not intentionally spread false news, then they would not be charged. So I strongly believe that those safeguards, saying that this law is not fit for any democratic society, is a total misguidance to this parliament.
Yeah, I posed him a question. He refused to answer. Who cannot answer?
No, you want to mislead us.
And that is, do we allow, in the name of democracy, false publication and broadcasting? I think the answer to that is no. So we are trying to regulate that. And in regulating it, it is done in a way that is not used to withhold anybody. Make sure what you broadcast and say is reasonably true, or you are taking this
Speaker, I'm a politician. If anybody says Honorable Sanya went to the supermarket, I didn't even go to the supermarket. How does that affect me?
If anybody says
Honorable Sanya went to the supermarket, when I actually don't went to the supermarket, that doesn't affect me.
Said what?
Then
okay, let me give example. If they say Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly,
Honorable.
I'm trying to give example.
Honorable.
No, let me give example. You will understand.
as a country, do we try to prevent false publications and broadcasting, or we encourage it?
If the false publication, you know, there are laws. There is what we call defamation, libel, etc., etc.
No.
There are some false information, false publications that has no.
You have many things here. They are in the criminal code. No, we are refining laws. What we are saying is, we are trying to avoid people, whoever is doing it, wherever you come from, whichever party you belong to, from avoiding making false, knowingly making false publications. Any decent society will do that. Simple. Yes.
No, he's the only one against it. Every other member is in support.
Order.
Honorable.
Yes.
Your tag was
the reason why we did not have any comments here is because of sub 2. Because a journalist or whoever is writing should make your story balanced. If you can prove to court that you have called agriculture, you have called the director there, you have done this, but this is the information you have, and you believe that it is true, no problem. But publicity, and knowing that it is not true, then this is the problem.
Yes,
so
in as much as we talk about
we are fine with it.
Democracy and freedom to speak, it must be guided. I cannot just sit down and go and allege against you something that I know myself is not true, just to tarnish you. So, honorable members, it is proposed that clause 154, false publication and broadcasting, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, it's only one vote. Honorable members, let me thank you all. Remember, we have suspended some clauses. They will take note of them. When next we sit over this bill, we will look through them, and then we proceed. Let me thank all of you, and I thank the Honorable Minister, Attorney General, and his aides for your support throughout. This is a very difficult situation, but something that deals with day-to-day people's activities. So once again, we will now suspend the consideration stage and resolve to resume the parliament session. Honorable members, the House now resumes. Honorable members, once again, on your behalf, let me thank the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice and his technical backup for bearing with us this long and sitting with us all this time. We thank you very much, very appreciative. And to you all honorable members, the House looks full. Up to now, almost. It further strengthens what I said this morning.
your commitment to duty, and I hope you will continue that. The House will now stand adjourned until Tuesday, 10th September 2024 at 10 a.m. prompt. Thank you.